Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam udirayet. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu Nityaṁ bhāgavata-sevayā Bhagavati uttama-shloke bhaktir-bhavati naistaki. Ārādhyo bhagavānu rajeshatanayastadhāma vrindavanam Ramya kāchitupāsana vrajavadhu vargena va kalpita Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam pramānamamalam prema pumartho mahān Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhur tatrāgarāna para Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear Vaishnavas, thank you so much for joining. We are reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Canto 10, Chapter 43, entitled Krishna Kills the Elephant Kuvalya Pida. So we began reading this chapter yesterday and read the first 4 verses and also discussed who was Kuvalya Pida in the last life. Anyone recalls who was Kuvalya Pida in the last life? He was the king?
Bali Maharaj's son.
Sorry?
King Bali's son, Prabhuji.
The son of King Bali,
King Bali, yes.
named Mandagati.
Mandagati.
And what was the mistake he did?
He was roaming around the temple and disturbing the others, like how the mad elephant do. So that's why he got the curse like that.
Yes, near the deity of Sri Rangam. So Sri Rangam deity is, as we know, it's very, very old. Goes back multi yugas. So he was oblivious to the presence of other devotees. Therefore this elephant aparadh is connected to the Vaishnava aparadh. So one who is so proud does not see good in others, oblivious, to hell with others. I am so great, right? So that leads to insensitivity in dealings with others, how my words will impact, how my behavior will impact others, how my character, habits, it all has an impact on others. So one should be sensitive, not be oblivious. We learned that. We also discussed the story of Keshavan, which also goes back to Guruvayur temple, and the story how Kuvalyapida was the one who arranged the match, or he was instrumental in Jarasandha and the alliance of Kamsa. So back to chapter 43 of this. We will study from text 5 onwards. Kuvalyapida and his carrier, the driver, checked Kṛṣṇa on the gate and they were not letting him pass. Kṛṣṇa said, "Oh driver, if you want your life, get aside. Otherwise, you and your elephant will both go to Yama Loka. Move aside." Evam nirbhar tisto mastha kopitam gajam chodyam asha krishnaya kalantaka yamopanam. Thus, translation by the disciples of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Thus threatened, the elephant keeper became angry. He goaded his furious elephant, who appeared equal to time, death, and Yamaraj, into attacking Lord Kṛṣṇa. So the elephant keeper came agitated, Kopita, enraged with anger. How dare you say this to me? And charged, goaded. The elephant, they have an elephant goad, or also called as Ankush, right? You may have seen this is like the Ankush Mudra also. It's like, and Krishna's, I think Krishna's feet or Balram's feet, they have an Ankush Chinna at the lotus feet also. The point is that our mind is also like an elephant, very, very violent. Please guide us, Krishna. We take shelter of you, of your lotus feet. You guide us. But here, the driver charged that elephant into attacking the Supreme Lord, Śrī Krishna. And Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur mentions here, put this on, just want to double check. It's not put here. So he instigated the elephant to catch Krishna. The elephant here is described like Yamaraj. The elephant is described like Yamaraj, who brings the end to one's life through the force of time, Kalantaka. However, Krishna is the master of time. So beautiful. Elephant may be like Yamaraj, but Krishna is the Raja of Yamaraj. He is the king of many, many Yamarajas. He is the king of many, many Brahmas. So he is the one who controls the time. So he is the master of all such Yamarajas or all such elephants. Thus the elephant and his trainer could do no harm to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Kalantaka Yamopanam, comparable to time, death, and Yamaraj. Kalantaka Yama Pamam. उपमा दी है किससे? Kala, Anta, Ka, Yama. Three upmas are given. Upma is like analogy. In Hindi, upma is analogy with time, with death, and with Yama. But Krishna is above all these. So, in short, no one can do anything to the Supreme Lord. Shukdev was comforting fearful Parikshit, because Parikshit Maharaj, hearing this, was concerned. Oh, my Lord is in danger. So he was concerned that what is going to happen. Now Krishna is in Mathura, in the very almost next to Kamsa. What is going to happen? So Shukdev Goswami keeps comforting Parikshit Maharaj. Let's see what happens further. Anyone would like to read, please? Text number 6.
Okay, Karindrastam abhidrutya karena tarasagratit karad vighalita somum nihatyam grishva liyata. Translation. The Lord of the Elephants charged Kṛṣṇa and violently seized him with his trunk. But Kṛṣṇa slipped away, struck him a blow, and disappeared from his view among his legs. Perfect. Lord Krishna struck the elephant with his fist and then disappeared among his legs. So the fighting between the Kolaipada and Lord Krishna started here, and he's showing his power on Kolaipada.
Thank you, Mataji, for reading this verse. See, the Lord can easily kill the elephant and his entire, Kamsa's team in like 1 second. But like Tom and Jerry, they like to play. Otherwise, what's the fun in the Viri Rasa, right? The cat running behind this analogy is given in the Prahlad and Hiranyakashipu and the Prahlad in the Nrsimhadev story also, that Hiranyakashipu was fighting, and then he slipped from the grips of Nrsimhadev, and he felt, oh, look, 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 I'm so brave, powerful, right? So Krishna could easily kill this elephant in like 1 second, but they are playing initially, right? So Krishna Chakra Thakur further states that using its trunk, the elephant sees the waist of Krishna. So more details are given. So the elephant, caught अपनी सूंड में, trunk में, caught the waist of Krishna. Krishna struck the elephant on his trunk with his left fist. He punched with his left fist. Krishna slipped from his grasp and disappeared between his 4 legs, which were as big as pillars. Imagine this huge, gigantic elephant in these 4 big legs. The word Angrishu, Angrishu. We just read this word Angrishu. We see this word comes in Namo Pankaja Angre. Nama, right? What's that famous verse Kunti Maharani says? Nama Pankaja Nabhaya, Nama Pankaja Maline, Nama Pankaj Netraya, Namaste Pankaj Angriye. So we see this word Angri. We know the famous Jaranivas Prabhu and Pankaj Angri Prabhu. So Angri is the legs. So we can connect the words here. So Krishna disappeared amongst his legs. First, Krishna hid behind one leg, and when the elephant used his sense to smell to detect him, Krishna would hide behind the another leg. In this way, the playful Supreme Lord Krishna cheated the elephant in many ways and showed the public his remarkable daring. You see a lot of action going on here. So Krishna hid. Now the elephant is huge. He's seeing front. He can't see behind his legs. So he's using this sense of smell to try to catch Krishna or try to detect where is he. But the Lord is the expert of the cheaters. So they were not able to figure out. He was not able to figure out. This is a quick visual. Krishna and elephant Kovalyapida fighting. Quite interesting, is it not? The elephant is charging, and then he hid, you see, the playful struggle. He hid behind his legs, and then we'll read the other verses also. We'll complete this. So let's go to the next verse, 7. Anyone wants to read?
I can read, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Shankrutastam achakshano grana drishta sa keshavam paramrashat pushkarena saprasaya vinigrataha. Translation by devotees of Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Infuriated at being unable to see Lord Keshava, the elephant sought him out with his sense of smell. Once again, Kavalyapida seized the Lord with the end of his trunk, only to have the Lord forcefully free himself. Purport. Lord Kṛṣṇa allowed the elephant to seize him so that the beast would be encouraged to keep fighting. Once Kavalyapida had thus become proud, Lord Kṛṣṇa again thwarted him with his superior potency. Hare Krishna.
Very cool. Thank you, Mataji. So this playful episode is going on here. Not being able to see Krishna, the elephant detected him with a smell, and he once again grabbed Krishna. And to encourage this beast to keep fighting, Krishna allowed him to be caught in his trunk so that he continues fighting. See, the Lord is so merciful. And I'm also reading from the Bhagavad Subodhini. You remember why Krishna tied his hairs and, So there's a beautiful reason mentioned here. Because during the fight, his hair should not cover his face and the demon should have proper darshan while dying to get liberated. So beautiful. Did everyone catch that? Because सारे आगे से बाल बिखरे होंगे आगे मुंह पे, तो he won't be able to see the face properly, right? Even Bhishma wants to hold Krishna's face while dying. So why Kovalyapida and all these people should be deprived of that? That's another reason why he tied his hair. So the elephant was successful in seizing Krishna again because Krishna and then said, "Oh, you want to show your strength to everyone that you're powerful? Okay, you can grab me again." That was the mood. Let's see. Kovalyapida had thus become proud again. Oh, let's see. Maybe once he slipped from my grip, but now I've grabbed him again. Let's see what happens further. Text 8. Anyone?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I will try. But
Yes, please.
text 8. Puche pragruhita balam dhanu saha panchavimsatim bichakarsa yathanagam sampurna ivalilaya. Translation by the disciple of His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Lord Kṛṣṇa then grabbed the powerful Kavalyapida by the tail and playfully dragged him 25 bow lengths as easily as Garuda might drag a snake. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Haribol. Just imagine this scene, how easily, like, small kids, they drag their soft toys sometimes playfully. A teddy bear or a doll or something, like a 2-year-old, 3-year-old playing with their tiny soft toys playfully. So Krishna who is just a 11, 12-year-old by earthly calculations, but he is supreme even on the lap of his mother. It's not that he has to go to gym when he gets to 15 or 20 years, build some muscles, get some strength, get some an energy drink to be able to kill the demons. He's the Supreme on his lap, the lap of his mother. He started killing the demons from the very beginning. Playfully dragged him. How long? 25 bow lengths. Imagine. Hundreds of feet, hundreds of meters. That's no easy thing. And the elephant could not stop this. That's about 100 hand width distance. So one bow is about 4 hand widths, right? You like stretch your arm, so that's like 4 of these bows were so big. So about 8 feet each, right? One hand is like 2 feet, maybe approximately. So that was, you see, playing between his legs, and finally he caught his tail and dragged him 25 bow lengths, as Garuda might drag a snake. Ultimately, when Garuda catches a snake, it's like the end. The same happened. Text 9. Anyone wants to read?
I'll read.
Yes, please.
सा पर्यावर्तमानेन सव्य दक्षिणतोच्युता भार्यमाणेया गोवत्सेन बालकाः. Translation by the disciples of Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. As Lord Achyuta held onto the elephant's tail, the animal tried to twist away to the left and to the right, making the Lord swerve in the opposite direction, as a young boy would swerve when pulling a calf by the tail. Is there purport, Prabhu?
It's no, but turn aside abruptly from a straight line. So basically, either he was moving in zigzag fashion in opposite direction. As a young boy, like imagine Krishna would do this also. Krishna would catch the tail of a calf and do like sailing, right? People do in the water, right? What do you call it? Sailing, right? I think they tie one end of the rope on the boat, and the boat moves, and um, they're sailing or gliding. So in short, the elephant was trying to get out by twisting hither, thither, left, right, but he was not able to. In order to encourage the elephant to fight, Krishna slightly slackened the force of his pulling. When the elephant regained strength, he would turn to the left in order to catch Krishna, who was holding his tail. Krishna would then move to the right. When the elephant would turn to the right, then Krishna would turn to the left. Just as a strong boy is moved while clutching the tail of a calf. Haripal. So the elephant is trying, is not yet dead. Krishna is dragging Achyuta, the one who is infallible, is dragging the elephant. And the elephant is trying to regain his strength and trying to fight back. And but not yet successful. So let's see. There are a few more verses in this. So we'll read till text 14 to complete this Kuvalyapida story. Anyone would like to read? Yes. Radhika Matpich, you want to read?
ततो अभिमुख्यं भयभीत्य पाणिना हत्यवारणं प्राद्रवन् पातयामास स्पर्श्यमानः पदे पदे. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Krishna then came face to face with the elephant and slapped him and ran away. Kalyapid cursed the Lord, managing to touch him again and again with each step. But Krishna outmaneuvered the elephant and made him trip and fall. Hare Krishna.
The Lord is playing with this big, huge elephant. Kuvalyapida is pursuing the Lord, running after him, managed to touch him, but Krishna, outpaced and he tripped and fell. In order to play in different way, Krishna let go of the elephant's tail. So pooch chhod diya, right? First he was dragging the elephant by his tail. Krishna let go of elephant's tail, and then Krishna struck the elephant lightly with his hand. If Krishna had given him a proper blow, it would have killed him immediately and ended the game. So he didn't give a tight blow, he just struck lightly. After striking the elephant, Krishna quickly ran away without any effort, but then reduced his speed, right? Just reduced his speed so that the elephant shouldn't feel, oh yeah, I can catch him. To encourage the elephant, when the elephant began to touch him, Krishna stumbled as if tired of running to make the elephant fall on the ground. So he made him trip and fall. It's a nice video this would be, like so many action scenes Krishna is doing, hiding behind his legs, dragging him, and then making him trip and fall, right? Krishna has not yet used any weapon. And the elephant is so huge, Krishna is so tiny. But he's a supreme. Sadhavan kridaya bhumau patitva sahasothitaha tam matva patitam kruddho dantabhyam sohanatshitim. As Krishna dodged about, he playfully fell on the ground and quickly got up again. The raging elephant, thinking Krishna was down, tried to gore him with his tusks, but struck the earth instead. Tried to gore him. Let's see this word, gore. Gore. Violence. Bloody violence. Cut. Trying to kill him, basically. Like he wanted to basically put his tusks in Krishna's body and rip him. But struck the earth instead. So Krishna, the elephant thought Krishna was down on the ground, and he stuck his tusks to kill him. But what happened? the tusks struck the ground. To make the elephant forcefully strike the hard stone on the ground, Kṛṣṇa pretended to fall on the ground and slowly rise up. Seeing Kṛṣṇa on the ground, the elephant became determined to kill him. The elephant fell on his knees and dug the earth with his tusks. At the very fraction of the moment the elephant was hurling his tusks, Kṛṣṇa got up and ran to another spot. So that's what happened here. Okay, next verse, 12, 13, and 14. We'll complete that today. Anyone?
Yes, Prabhuji, I can read.
Yes.
Swavikrame pratithate kunjarendrotyamarshitah chodhyamano maha matraihi krishnam abhya dravadrusha. His prowesses foiled, the Lord's elephant Kuvalapida went into a freezing rage out of frustration, but the elephant keepers goaded him on and furiously charged Kṛṣṇa once again. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Very nice. We'll read the verses all together. 13. Anyone wants to read? And we can discuss this whole section.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Tam apatantam asatya Bhagavan Madhusudanaha Nigrahya Panina Hastam Patayam Asabhutale. Translation by the disciple of His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The Supreme Lord, killer of the demon Madhu, confronted the elephant as he attacked. Seizing his trunk with one hand, Kṛṣṇa threw him to the ground.
Very cool. And last verse in this section. Anyone?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, please.
Patitasya padakramya Mrigendra iva lilaya dantam utpatya tena bam dantam utpatya tena bam hastipamsha chahanad dariha astipams chahanad dariha. Translation: Lord Hari then climbed into the elephant with the ease of a mighty lion, pulled out a tusk, and with it killed the beast and his keepers. Hare Krishna.
Haribol. The end. Too much playing. Finally, the Lord decided the end. So this is the entire story in a picture form. The Lord was playing, the elephant tried to kill in so many ways, running, but finally Lord Krishna got over the elephant and took out his tusk and finally killed him. Noticing that time was passing, Krishna concluded that his sporting with Kuvalyapida was done. And Krishna caught the elephant's trunk with his left hand and basically killed the elephant. And as mentioned here, with his keepers also. So the elephant and the keepers both were destroyed by the Lord. And that's what we read till text 14. Any comments, any thoughts, any additional insights anyone has in this particular section and lessons? What are some of the lessons we can take from this Pida episode?
God.
The pride, maybe Kolapida is representing the pride, ahankara. So when we approach Krishna with good intentions, so Krishna will destroy all our pride. That's it.
Yeah, Pida representing the pride. What else?
Lord is merciful even to his enemies because he wants to give darshan to Kovalpida even in that situation.
Very nice. Yes, he dyed his hairs, so he is giving them the chivalry rasa. Very nice. He's so merciful. Krishna kills someone, that is actually his mercy as well. What else? There's a beautiful lesson also that power without bhakti becomes a burden. Kuvalyapida, imagine, he was strong, well trained, but he used his powers trying to kill the Lord. So strength, intelligence, money, leadership, etc. If we use it like a mad elephant, there are 5 types of blindness. Sorry, 4 types of blindness. Nevam pashyati janmandha, kamandha eva na pashyati, arthi doshana, madonmatta na pashyati, arthi doshana pashyati. When one becomes proud, one cannot see the good in others. And बोलते हैं ना कि pride इसके सर पे चढ़ के, right? This ahankar has gone on his head. This person is filled with pride. And pride could be about anything, about power, strength. Kolyapida was very powerful. His strength was unparalleled. And he was Gajaraj, he was the king of elephants. But used it without bhakti, it's a burden and that leads to destruction. Same thing we saw with the first person Krishna met in the Mathura. Who was he?
Washerman.
Washerman also. He also got a great opportunity to serve the Lord, but did not use it. Any other thoughts?
Prabhuji, just a question. So just want to make sure, like the washerman in Krishna Lila is the same washerman born from Ramayana. That's what I heard. I don't know. I'm just want to make sure. In
Yes.
Ramayana, who blamed the Sri Rama, the same one.
Yes, that's the one who was saying that, oh, I'm not like Lord Ram, who is going to accept my wife who has stayed outside. So he was thinking Lord Ram and Mother Sita as ordinary humans. So yes, we read that correct.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you.
Any other? Okay, then I guess we can read a few more verses. So now the Kuvalyapida and the main lesson is pride. And also the lesson is about Vaishnava Prad also. Hati Mata, right? Mad elephant offense, offending a Vaishnava is considered as a mad elephant offense. Shall we read something about this? About the mad elephant offense?
Sure, Prabhuji.
We have time, right? Okay, we'll read one verse and one article, which has 9 sub-stories about the mad elephant offense. So that will be the main topic. Yadi Vaishnava Aparadha Uthe, Yadi Vaishnava Aparadha Uthe Hati Mata, Upadeva Chinde Tara Sukhi Aya Pata. If the devotee commits an offense at the feet of the Vaishnava while cultivating the creeper of devotional service in the material world, his offense is compared to a mad elephant offense that uproots the creeper and breaks it. In this way, the leaves of the creeper are dried up. Chaitanya Caritāmṛta, Madhya Leela, 1956. So this is an important chapter. We'll read a small article which has 9 sub-stories that reveal the consequences of Vaishnava Prat. This is Gauranga Darshan Prabhu, I think everyone knows him well, at least. So devotees are so dear to the Lord, who is, I hope everyone can see it, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Devotees are so dear, thank you for confirming. So dear to the Lord, who is not only within their hearts, but also keeping them within his heart. Sadhavo hridayam mayyam, sadhunam hridayam tavaham. Bhagavatam 9.4.68. The association of such devotees is an integral part of Bhakti Yoga, the path of devotion. The mercy of devotees is beginning of one's faith in Bhakti. The blessings and guidance of devotees keep us inspired and nourished in our spiritual journey. So there are 6 types of offenses: blaspheming, insulting, harming such devotees hurts the Lord directly. Blaspheming, insulting, harming, hurting in any way, through words, through actions, through any other, it's like harming the Lord. In this world, it is common to see materialistic people criticizing devotees. But even the devotees who practice Bhakti Yoga sometimes tend to criticize and offend other devotees. That's dangerous, right? Ordinary people, materialistic people criticizing is one thing. They are not aware of all this, right? They are in oblivion. But people practicing Bhakti Yoga, they also doing it. That's very serious. Offense to a devotee or Vaishnava Prad is considered as a mad elephant offense, just as the mad elephant can trample and destroy the entire garden that has been maintained with great care. सालों साल कोई garden maintain करके रखा, years and years of dedication. One elephant comes, it's like a hurricane, monster, destroys everything. Offense to a devotee can destroy the pious and spiritual credits one has amassed with great endeavor. Years, months, decades. In this, is there any relief from this? One offend devotees in the first place. This article presents several stories from Bhagavatam, Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta, Ramayana, Mahabharata, along with an analysis and the consequence of Vaishnava Prad. So I'm not sure how many we'll cover, but let's try to read. Someone wants to read story 1? Story 1. 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 Story
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, please.
No shelter anywhere in the universe. Ambarish Maharaj invited Durvasa Muni as his guest, but he took a little water to break his Ekadashi fast before feeding Durvasa. Just for that reason, Durvasa was offended and created a fairy demon with his mystic power to kill Ambarisha. Ambarish was tolerant and did not retaliate. He did not even move an inch from where he was standing, but Lord Vishnu's Sudarshana Chakra appeared there at once and killed the fairy demon. Killed the fairy demon and started chasing Durvasa. Durvasa fled everywhere in the universe, but he did not get shelter anywhere, including the abodes of Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. Demon Ravana also received various benedictions from Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, but they could not save him from the arrows of Lord Rama. Even the devotees do not and cannot save one who has offended Vaishnava. When Durvasa Muni entered Vaikuntha and fell at the feet of Lord Vishnu made him realize his offense to Ambarish. Durvasa, being a Brahmana and a sage, considered himself superior to Ambarish, who was a Kshatriya and householder. The Lord, however, does not care about one's temporary varna or asrama. He established that the position of a Vaishnava is greater than that of Brahmana. The Lord conclusively said that Durvasa could save his life only by the mercy of Ambarish, whom he had attempted to kill earlier. Finally, Durvasa realized his mistake. He had to keep aside his false ego to save his life. He approached Ambarish and fell at his feet. Ambarish prayed to Sudarshana Chakra to excuse Durvasa. Even the Lord does not forgive one who has offended his devotees. One can be relieved from the effect of Vaishnava Aparadha only by begging forgiveness directly from the devotee whom one has offended. False ego is not only the cause of offensive behavior, but also the inhibitor of our inclination to seek forgiveness. But if we keep aside our ego and humble ourselves in front of Vaishnavas, we become recipients of their mercy and the Lord's mercy as well. Hare Krishna.
Very well. Thank you so much, Mata. This is a classic story in talking about Vaishnava Prad and how Amrish was so forgiving. A lot of practical lessons in here, but the false ego is often the root cause of this. I'm better, and it certainly can come in practicing devotees as well.
And also, Prabhuji, how the Lord give importance to his devotees. So when Durvasa Muni went to Lord Vishnu, he sent to Ambarish Maharaj to ask the forgiveness.
Mm. Yes, one should beg forgiveness directly from the devotee, one who has offended. Even the
Yeah.
Lord cannot forgive. The Lord does not forgive who has offended.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The Lord has the power, but Lord does not want to use this power. Because he's very merciful, and he wants to give the importance of the devotee who has been whom one has offended.
Mhm. Very nice.
And he valued the devotees here.
Wonderful. Let's read the next story about Jad Bharat. Would anyone like to read this?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Jada Bharata was longed for powers but lost lives. Jada Bharata was a great devotee of Lord Vishnu, but he acted like a dull man extremely to avoid materialistic association. Once he was caught by a group of dacoits who intended to, could you please increase the font size? Once he was caught by a dacoit who intended to sacrifice him in front of goddess Kali to get some material powers. As a part of their concocted ritual, they tried to behead Jadabharata with a sword. Jadabharata didn't do anything to retaliate against the dacoits. Mother Kali, however, couldn't tolerate this offense to Vaishnava because she was a great devotee of Lord Vishnu and is therefore called Vaishnavi. Her deity broke open and she manifested personally in front of the dacoits and chopped off the heads of her so called devotees with her sword. This is the result of offense to a devotee. A devotee may tolerate offense against oneself, but not an offense committed against another devotee. Offense to a devotee pains the heart of the Lord and his other devotees too. One needs to seek spiritual guidance from devotees rather than trying to exploit them for one's material and selfish purposes. Hare Krishna. I didn't know that why Mahakali was called Vaishnavi. Now I understood, Prabhuji.
Why is he called Vaishnavi?
Because she cannot tolerate uh, anything going wrong with her devotees who are Vaishnavas. Rather than her own personal devotees, she protects and protects Vaishnavas from. I'm unable to put, but she's trying to protect a Vaishnava.
Yes. And she's herself a great devotee. She's a great
Yes.
devotee of Lord Vishnu. So Vaishno Devi, it's quite, in North India, people go, it's more famous than Vrindavan actually. And of course, Krishna only gave her the blessing that your dham, your place will be more famous. You'll be more famous in Kali Yuga in the upcoming than me myself. Krishna told her sister, his sister, Durga. It comes in the Bhagavatam Krishna book. And this is a classic story for Vaishnava Prat and also for how you see these people, these dacoits, they were worshippers of Kali or Durga. They were thinking we are doing good to Kali by offering this Narabali, this heavy built Jada Bharat. But look at the ignorance. Their very worshipable personality killed them. जिसकी वो पूजा कर रहे थे dacoits, that goddess Kali came and killed those people, her worshippers. Why? Because they offended Jada Bharat, who was a great devotee. She couldn't tolerate the offense to Vaishnava. So with oneself, they tolerate, like Nityaṁ Prabhu tolerated. But other devotees, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't tolerate, was about to kill Madai. Offense to a devotee pains the heart of the Lord with this and his other devotees too. So one should not pain the heart of the Lord and other devotees. And how will that? Will we safeguard? Always take guidance. We should always have guidance. One should not think I am beyond any shortcomings. I can never offend devotees. I am beyond any, no, मुझसे तो गलती हो ही नहीं सकता, right? Next story. Who is going to read this? Third? Yes. Yes, sir.
Once Raghuguna was traveling in a palanquin. His servants needed a person to carry the palanquin and found Jadbharata. Jadbharata was made to carry the king's palanquin but walked erratically, being careful not to step on the ants on the road. This angered Raghugana, who then chastised Jadbharata. Sir, the word is not clear here, Prabhuji. Served and threatened to punish him. Jadbharata turned around and spoke some words of wisdom. I am a self-realized soul, acting like a madman. There is no use punishing a self-realized soul or a madman. Owing to this good sense, King Raghugana realized that he had offended a great soul, not only by forcefully engaging him in carrying his palanquin, but also by blaspheming him arrogantly. Raghugana immediately felt that the feet of Jadbharata and begged apologize with the remorseful heart. By honestly repenting for one's offensive act and sincerely begging forgiveness, the offender will be relieved from the grave reaction of Vaishnava Aparadha. Hare Krishna.
Very well. So these two stories are kind of connected. Same Jadbharata here. This happens and then this one happens. So what's by honestly repenting for one's offense and sincerely begging forgiveness, not like Mataji, if I in case for committed offense, please forgive me. Just in case, if I hurt you, I'm sorry. Good idea to beg for forgiveness. What do you think? Is this a common saying? Right? Please forgive me if I hurt you. Right? Often I've heard that many times. That's not really sincere. That's not really if we have really done something wrong, we should deeply meditate why I did wrong, how that might have impacted the other person, right? Trying to understand how the other person might have felt because of whatever I said. And genuinely, sincerely, not just, in case I hurt you, I'm sorry. Firstly, he's not really sure, or he's not really acknowledging that he has done something wrong, or he or she, whatever. And it's checking the box. Oh, I said sorry, right? That's not really sincere or from the heart. His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, said this, and I'm planning to write an article on this topic. I'm very behind. He said it's easy to. It applies to both things, sorry and gratitude, both. Thank you also sometimes we say, well, thank you. No, either gratitude or apology. In this case, he said for apology, but principle is similar. It's easy to say sorry. Or let's put it this way, it's difficult to say sorry. Even bolna bhi, no, it takes some courage, right? It's more difficult to mean it. And it's very, very difficult to live it. Same with gratitude. It's difficult to express gratitude. It's more difficult to mean it, but most difficult to live by it. So the saying is not the hard part, in short. Sorry if I hurt you, but do we really mean it? Do we really understand? Do we live by it? Live by it means we don't repeat it. We are careful that I am vulnerable. I get angry fast, or I have this shortcoming. I should be careful in my dealings. Last time I said something and it hurt that person badly, or I was speaking bad things about this person. I had no idea, right? I jumped on this judgment by understanding the tip of the iceberg and forgot the whole 99%. Sometimes we see the tip of the iceberg and conclude something about someone without knowing the whole story. Very, very dangerous. So, long story short, we won't read all the 9 stories, but there are many, many stories, and I'm sure all of you know many others as well. So, in short, we should be careful about Vaishnava Aparadh and what happens. I'll quickly read this. What happens to the offender? The Bhagavatam explains, even if the Vaishnavas do not take offenses seriously, like person A committed offense to person B, that person may not take seriously, but something, the eagerness, the enthusiasm of the offender to chant the holy names of Kṛṣṇa, to hear the pastime of Kṛṣṇa, will weaken by offending devotees. So important. This is what our life and soul. The eagerness, enthusiasm खत्म हो जाएगा भक्ति में. Diminished. The taste in chanting Krishna Bhakti will be diminished. Krishna becomes displeased. Ayushriyam yashodharmam lokan ashisha evacha hanti shreyamsi sarvani pumso mahad atikramaha. When one offends the great souls, his lifespan khatam ho jata. It is said that when the moment Dushasana, or who was that, Duryodhana ordered, get Draupadi, and they held her hairs with her hand, right? Dushasana was the one. He said, it is mentioned in the Bhagavatam, उनकी life का countdown चालू हो गया. उल्टा countdown, उल्टी गिनती चालू हो गई. 10, 9, 8, because they offended great soul. Their lifespan, ayu, shriya, opulence, reputation, yasha, dharmam, religion, possessions, lokhan, and good fortune are all destroyed. Sab nasht ho jayega. So one should be very careful in dealing with the devotees and avoid offenses. The Lord, however, is willing to excuse an offender provided that he genuinely repents, not just lip service, genuinely repents for his offense and begs forgiveness from the devotee, not as a ritual, see, not as a ritual, not just lip service or a formality. Please forgive me if I hurt you. No. Kaam ho gaya, check box, formality done. But with a sincere heart, along with seeking forgiveness, one can also render service. Jagai Madai, they also rendered service. They made the ghat for the Vaishnavas. They took their dust. So one should try to please them by rendering some service. One should try to see good qualities of the devotees and glorify them. Lord Chaitanya used to glorify his devotees as if he has 5 mouths. Vaishnava Ninda is like poison, but glorification is like the nectar that destroys the effect of such poison. While offenses to devotees hamper one's spiritual advancement, the blessings of devotees help us advance in spiritual life. Blessings of devotees. Prabhupada, when he was a child, the saints would come, sadhus would come, what they will say, the parents, please pray, please bless him so he becomes a devotee of Radharani. So we should be seeking the blessings of Vaishnavas instead of offending them. That's the essence. The more blessings we accumulate, the more we'll make advancement. The more we offend them, what will we get? Displeasing Krishna, displeasing devotees. Ashirvad thodi aayega, right? They'll not feel. If we hurt them by body, mind, words, etc., then we'll lose all these, we lose the taste. But if we genuinely serve them, blessings will outpour from their heart. Blessings are not like, please bless me, please bless me. Blessings are, I mean, that's fine. One can ask, one can touch the feet, one can get the dust of the Vaishnava, all that is fine. But when one genuinely serves them, blessings naturally outpour from Vaishnavas. One serves Prabhupada by following his instructions, his mood, his mission, then blessings will naturally outpour. On the other hand, someone is saying, Prabhupada bless me, but he is not willing to hear what Prabhupada wants him to do or her to do, then will Prabhupada really bless? Okay, so I'll pause here and we'll continue on Friday. So tomorrow I have a service for the Bhagavad Gita class. You are all welcome to join. I'll send you the link. It'll be at 8 p.m. instead of 7:30. And then Friday we'll continue from the next part and see what happens to the Mathravasis. Okay, so we'll pause here and thank you for your kind association and beautiful reading and sharing your reflections. Raj Bhagavatam Purana ki jai, Jagat Guru Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Samved Gaur Bhaktarinda ki jai, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaiva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.